Hello everyone. Today I will teach you how to make walnut cake. In a Czech language, Ořechová buchta. In the Czech Republic, you will see many walnut trees. So we use walnuts in our kitchen pretty often. It's a cheap way how to implement the nuts because they are growing in there. So today I will teach you how to make this simple but so delicious cake. So you will need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of walnuts. These are, I just opened them from the whole shells, but you can also find it in the store. And this is 1 cup, and we will grind them. Then we will need 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 3/4 of a cup granulated sugar, 1 cup of milk, half a cup of oil, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a little bit of unsalted butter on a baking tray. And I will put chocolate frosting on the top, which makes it so amazing. But I'm not going to show you how to make it because I already have a recipe. So you can definitely check it out, or you can use store-bought frosting of your choice. If you want to try different flavors, you can definitely go for it. So let's start. First step, we will need to grind the walnuts. Here I have 1 cup. I'll put half and half later. Now it's all ground, and now I will take 3 tablespoons to set aside in a smaller bowl, which I will use as a topping on my chocolate frosting, because you want to also have it looking nice. Here I have a 9 by 13 baking dish, and now I will brush it with the softened unsalted butter. If you have a baking dish that maybe has a tendency for stuff to stick, then also dust it with flour. You can do all-purpose through a strainer, so it's a soft layer of flour. But I noticed that this glass dish is amazing. Nothing sticks. I can easily pick it up with a spatula or anything. So that's why I don't dust it. The tray is ready, so set it aside. Let's also preheat the oven to 350 Fahrenheit. First, we will mix the dry ingredients. Here I have my KitchenAid bowl, so I will be using a mixer. This is a 1 cup all-purpose flour. Let's add our walnuts. Add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And the last dry ingredient is 3/4 of a cup granulated sugar. Now let's mix it together. This looks good, and now I will be adding the wet ingredients. Let's add 1 cup of milk, half a cup of oil, 2 eggs, and the last one is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now we will mix everything together. You will be using the paddle attachment. And now this doesn't take long, and also this will be very runny. But that's what we want, because this cake is extremely moist and so delicious. So I kind of start on slow and stop so it doesn't splash everywhere. And now I can let it mix. I added a little bit of speed for just a little time, and now this is good. I will also give it a stir just to make sure everything is mixed also from the bottom. So I will just use this paddle and just go to the bottom. As you see, it is runny. But if you try it, this cake is incredible. Definitely nothing dry about this cake. Now let's pour everything into the prepared tray. And I have here spatula just to get it all from the sides of the bowl. Now this is perfect. The oven is preheated, so let's bake it for 30 minutes, and the oven is preheated to 350. Timer finished, so I will take it out. You can also test it with the wooden skewer because every oven bakes different, and if the wooden skewer comes out clean, then this is done. And I can tell because I can already see also the edges as they're getting dark. So this looks perfect, and the house smells amazing. So now I have to let it completely cool off before I put on frosting. I moved the cake from the hot stove, and this takes about 30 minutes to cool off. But after 20 minutes, you can do the homemade frosting if you would like, because it takes 10 minutes to make. And the recipe is also in my hardcover cookbook in the volume 1. It's been cooling off for 30 minutes, and here is my chocolate frosting. And now I will just pour it on it. Now this recipe is flexible for the frosting. You can do it thicker or you can do it runnier. I like it more runnier, but not too runny. Now I will spread it around to cover the whole cake. If it would be too runny, it will go down. Spread it evenly. And the last step is to sprinkle the 3 tablespoons of ground walnuts that we set aside. So now the cake is finished, but the frosting is very runny. So you should wait for the frosting to set in a little more because it's butter based. And when the cake is completely cooled off, you can keep it in a fridge. This way the butter hardens and you don't have the frosting runny. It's time to try it. I got the corner piece. And the cake is perfect height. Not too high, not too small. This is so amazing. If you like walnut flavor, you will definitely love this cake. And also, it's so moist. It's amazing texture of crunchy walnuts. Even though they are I ground them, they are crunchy inside, which gives it very nice texture. Then you have the frosting on the top. The frosting gives very nice combination. It balances it out so good. So if you like walnuts, which I love walnuts, anything walnuts, you can definitely try this cake, and I guarantee you, you will love it. There's nothing dry about this cake. So soft, so moist, fluffy. It's such a good combination. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Follow me on my social media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I hope that you enjoyed this recipe and have a great rest of the day. Bye, guys.